Welcome back to the Lockwood Chronicles. My name is Larissa and today we are baking some cookies. So I did this last year and I had a lot of fun. So we're gonna bake 4 different kind of cookies and then I'm gonna answer some questions and stuff. But because I can't do 2 things at once, well, I mean, I'm a good multitasker, but talking and baking while trying to follow directions, not my strong suit. So we're gonna bake the cookies and then we'll do a taste test and Q&A at the end. I'm so excited. I've been looking forward to this since last December. I use the same basic recipe and then just add in different fill-ins, mix-ins and stuff. The general cookie recipe, it is 1 stick of softened butter, 1/4 cup sugar, 1/2 cup light brown sugar, 1 1/4 cup flour, 1/4 teaspoon baking soda, 1/2 teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of vanilla, 1 egg, and 1 cup of chocolate chips if you want chocolate chips. 4 different types of cookies that we are going to make today. A vanilla chai cookie, Nantuckets, which are a fan favorite. They are a crowd favorite, those Nantuckets. Peppermint, I believe, yeah. Blah. They're so noisy. That is the noisiest packaging ever. Okay, so these ones have semi-sweet chocolate chip, classic white chocolate chip, and peppermint bark pieces. Oh, I thought they were just like the peppermint. The Andes mint hot cocoa flavor. We'll try that out. I'm still trying to perfect baking with marshmallows and cookies. For the peppermint cocoa cookies, or the Andes mint cookies, I'm just gonna mix in, I believe it's a tablespoon of cocoa. But I think I'm just gonna make everything else just regular dough based. Even though these ones look really good. Those do look really good with chocolate cookies. Now I'm conflicted. I'm gonna have to think on this one. Whatever, when we get to it, that's what we'll do. This is mainly prepping for holiday stuff, like so when I go up to my parents or when I want to bring in like some goodies to work and stuff for the holiday season, roll these out and freeze them, except for the ones that we're eating. So I'll make 1 of each and then we'll eat those obviously, and I'll freeze the rest of the dough so that way when they are time to bake, easy peasy lemon squeezy, throw them in the oven and they are at the ready. The best part about making cookies is 1, eating them. Second best part is freezing them, and when you want to eat them, they're ready to go. Let's get to it. Suit up here, even though like it's gonna cover my cute little Christmas sweater, we're still gonna suit up in appropriate attire because I bake very messily. My kitchen just explodes everywhere. So I have my Charlie Brown apron. I've had this since childhood. I don't know when my mom got it for me. This is the one I would use when we would bake cookies when I was growing up. Still in great condition. Has a tiny little pocket with a hole. Oh, with many holes. Okay, well the pocket isn't functional, but it's there. I can't tell if you're in focus or not. Well, if you are, and if you're not, the first cookie I think we're gonna make is the vanilla chai, just because it's the least flavorful. I guess less mix-ins with those. Regular cookie base. Oh, I totally forgot. I'm such a liar. Along with this recipe, I also add in maple syrup. I just put to taste, and then cinnamon as well. Those are 2 extras that I put in. They're not necessary. I just prefer it that way. With the vanilla chai cookies, I am going to add in a packet of chai tea, just right from the packet, just cut it open and dump it in, and then the white chocolate chips. And they are very tasty. They're a knockoff of Taylor Swift's chai cookies. I don't like eggnog, and I'm also really lazy and don't like to do frosting. So the white chocolate chips are the frosting that takes over. Let's get cooking. first cookie dough is done. It is in the fridge. That has been the key for me, is I have to put it in the fridge for a little bit before I roll it out, because otherwise it's just too soft and it like melts and it spreads, even though it's going in the freezer this time. Next up, let's do the Nantuckets, because it's still that regular base, no cocoa or anything. The Nantuckets, in case you are new here, hi, welcome. I've talked about these many, many times, and they are inspired by the Hotel Nantucket and the cookie that is popular in that book. With that one, I use, again, regular cookie base with my extra add-ins. And this time we use 1/3 cup semi-sweet chocolate chips, 1/3 cup white chocolate chips, 1/3 cup butterscotch chips, and probably like a 1/2 cup or so of, I might just use the whole package of toffee bits. Just the regular toffee, not the chocolate chip, not the chocolate coated toffee, okay? That makes a difference. Same process, except those add-ins. And I'm just catching up on some Vlogmas, which is really fun. I'm just gonna repeat, and yeah, so not super interesting. Let's get it, let's do it. Nantuckets are in the fridge. Now we come to the mints. I keep going back and forth. Oh, these do look really good, but what if they suck? Yep, I think I'll do the chocolate cookie for both the mints. I love chocolate mint, chocolate peppermint. Let's just do it. Same thing, except adding cocoa. We'll add, I believe, a tablespoon. We're gonna start rolling things out. The vanilla chai just needs to soften. It was just like in the back, so it got a little too cold, so it just needs to soften. The Nantuckets are perfect, so we'll start with those. The other two are still in the fridge, more towards the front, so hopefully those will be ready to go when these are done, and then we'll pop them in the oven at 350 for, how much does this say? 8 to 10 minutes. I've found that with my oven specifically, it takes about 12 to 15 minutes, but we always check them at that time. Anyway, I have a cookie scoop. I have Tupperware containers, which will be used to freeze the rest of the dough. And we're just gonna keep watching Vlogmas. Alrighty, it's the fun time. We have our cookies. I'm so excited to review them and chit chat too. I have my actual fireplace going over there, but this is just prettier and we can pretend that's real because I'm actually kind of cold. I just want my sweater to be like front and center, but it's just not happening. I need water. I I just want to sample them. Ooh, maybe I should get a knife. 1 second. So fast. All right. Oh, I'm so excited. Okay, so maybe we'll save the chocolate ones for last, the chocolate mint ones, because they're the most pungent. Let's do it in the order that we made them. So starting off, we have the lovely vanilla chai. I do make this one quite a bit along with the Nantuckets. Oh, I love when they're warm though. Oh, that's so good. That's so good. The chai is very subtle in flavor, so if you're not like a big chai person, no problemo. That one did get a little bit crispier than intended, but that's okay. It still tastes good. I really like a doughy soft cookie, but the edges browned really well. All right, let's get to some questions before we eat the next cookie. The first one is, what are my favorite Christmas movies? I have a crap ton. Probably like my favorite nostalgic one is Mickey's Christmas Carol. So that's the Mickey Mouse A Christmas Carol story. That is my favorite version of A Christmas Carol. I love A Christmas Carol. I love the whole story of it, and I would love to get like a special edition. Oh, Target had this beautiful Christmas story bind up edition of a bunch of different Christmas classic stories, and I almost got it, but decided not to. It was absolutely gorgeous, but A Christmas Carol is like one of my favorite stories Christmas time. So yeah, Mickey's Christmas Carol was just, it's so cute and just adorable, and it's Mickey Mouse. Who doesn't love that? National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation is probably like my favorite go-to adult. I do watch that one every year. It's so funny. It's so stupid and silly, and I love it every second of it. Elf, classic. I remember when it was on VHS. I remember going to the theaters when Elf came out. And it came out on VHS first, and that was like right when the transition to DVD was happening. I'm aging myself there, but The Grinch, Jim Carrey's version of that, so good. And like my dad is obsessed with Cindy Lou Who's song, Where Are You Christmas? Like that's one of his favorite Christmas songs, and so I think of him every time because he just loves that song. The Santa Claus, Tim Allen. Love that. It's just funny. And Miracle on 34th Street. I do like the old and the newer versions of them. So like there's one that was in black and white, and then there's the one that is in color. And I like both of them. My mom prefers the older, the black and white version, just because the Santa in that speaks German, and the one in the newer version speaks sign language. And my mom's like, sign language is a lot more common and easier to pick. I'm like, okay, well then you do it. And then obviously Home Alone. It's so funny. Home Alone 2 is also great. I love seeing the plaza and just like his whole experience with that too. Yeah, so those are my favorite Christmas movies. I know it's not a singular one. If I had to say one, I would probably say National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. And then any holiday traditions. Every Christmas Eve, me and my family would go to the movies, and then we would go to our church's candlelight service, which was always so beautiful. And we would go to this movie theater that had an arcade, and like I thought it was so cool. And then we would go to Outback Steakhouse right after. It would be like in the cities, or not even in the cities. But it was still a drive for us when we could have just gone to our local theater. Christmas morning, we would wake up, and we were not allowed to open presents until everybody was awake. But we were and still are allowed to open our stockings first. So that was the one thing that we can open. And then we wait until everybody else to open presents. And before we open presents, my mom makes cinnamon rolls and orange juice. Cinnamon rolls will be made on Christmas morning. I will be making my gluten-free cinnamon rolls. So you can check out my Cinnamon Bun Bookstore vlog to see how I make those. Let's try the Nantucket, see how those turned out. Okay, let's do this piece. It is a fan favorite. Fan favorite for a reason. I was gonna say it's the butterscotch, but no, it's the toffee. But no, it's the white chocolate and the semi-sweet chocolate. It's all of it together. My grandma, she can't remember what ones that I made for Christmas last year, because I made a bunch of them, but I think it was these ones that she was obsessed with. Favorite Christmas songs. I can't just choose one, guys. I have so many. All I Want for Christmas by Mariah Carey. It really gets me in the spirit. Baby It's Cold Outside by Jessica Simpson and Nick Lachey specifically. That is my favorite variation of it, and it breaks my heart though, but I still love it. I love it so much. Last Christmas by Ashley Tisdale. Love her version. It's so like poppy and fun, but so heartbreaking. It's like I can do it with a broken heart, but like Last Christmas. Christmassy. Santa Tell Me by Ariana Grande. I love that one. It's so fun. Pop girly. Santa Tell Me. Silent Night. Not really anybody's cover of it, but primarily like growing up, like my family's church, we would go to that midnight service I was talking about, and we would all sing Silent Night with the lights out and the glow of our candles, and just like that song is so nostalgic, and I love everybody singing it, and it's so pretty. So not really anybody's specific. I actually don't really like anyone's rendition of it. I just prefer to sing it as a choral song. Choral. It's choral. Okay, do you prefer a real Christmas tree or an artificial one? That is an artificial tree. I actually prefer artificial trees, mainly because I am always stressed about my houseplants dying, and I'm actually just remembering I forgot to water them. It's less mess with an artificial tree, less hassle too. Like, I love the idea of the nostalgia behind a real tree, but it's a lot of upkeep. You gotta keep it watered, you gotta make sure the water's not moldy. You also have to make sure there's no wildlife like a squirrel or a bird or a chipmunk or something trapped in there. They're heavy, you gotta transport them somehow. And I also just cannot touch a physical tree without getting sap all over me. Doesn't matter the kind of tree, sap will find me and stick to my skin and won't come off for days. I'm also not a big fan of the pine scent anyway, of like scents of candles or anything. I'm terrified that the tree is going to light on fire. So I'm stressed talking about having a real Christmas tree. But if you love them, good for you. For me, I'll stick with my fake one. What is the best gift you've ever received? Oh my gosh, you guys, this is my favorite. I've had a lot of great Christmases, a lot of great gifts. My parents are very generous. My most favorite present was from Santa, and it was my dwarf hamster Token. Just the whole day it was very magical how I got Token, and she was the best dwarf hamster to ever live. I loved her so much. So it was Christmas Eve after I don't even remember how old I was. I was maybe in like fourth or fifth grade. I went to bed after candlelight service, woke up to this scratching sound because I'm a very light sleeper, or so I thought. It turns out Santa had come into my room and put my hamster, my baby Token, on my toy box. And she was just having a blast, running around her cage, doing all the things. Oh, just adorable. It was just so magical, and like, I just loved it. And we spent many years together, and I loved her. She did get moved into the laundry room at nighttime because she was way too active for a late sleeper like me, but Santa, very sneaky. This is the, should we just call it like peppermint bark one? I don't know what else to call it. Do we get something with all of it in there? I can't tell. Or just which one are you? Oh, okay, this was the mint s'mores. Where did the marshmallows go? Ah, you guys, the marshmallows disappeared again. I don't know how to bake with marshmallows. So yes, this is the peppermint hot cocoa. It just tastes like chocolate Andes mint, which is great. So the marshmallows didn't take. I would skip out on the marshmallows unless you know how to bake with them. Eggnog or hot chocolate. As I stated before when I was baking the vanilla chai, I don't like eggnog, so hot chocolate for sure. If you're asking apple cider or hot chocolate. If you're asking for wassail or hot chocolate, but I do like wassail. My mom makes really good wassail. She hasn't made it in a long time. Okay, white lights or colorful lights? I like white lights. I do. Colorful lights are great for a specific type of tree. I love colorful lights outside, but inside I mean, white's my favorite color, guys. Snowy holidays or sunny holidays? I haven't had a chance to do a sunny Christmas. Would love to try it out, see what I think. I do enjoy a snowy Christmas, but I hate cold. I wouldn't mind going somewhere warmer for Christmas. If I have kids, I would like for them to experience white Christmases, but I'm perfectly okay with going south and trying that out. Is this asking about like Christmas holiday, or is it asking about like holidays in general? Because I really like the 4th of July. I think that's my favorite holiday because it's warm and it's summer. It's like peak summer. So if that's the case, then sunny holidays, I think. All right, let's try our last cookie and answer our last couple questions here. So this is the peppermint bark. There it is. Yeah, I think I would have preferred that one as just like a white base with just like the white chocolate peppermint ones. It's okay though. Secret Santa or white elephant? I would prefer a white elephant, but like not a funny white elephant, like really cute gifts, like thoughtful gifts of white elephant, mainly because it's less stressful. Because a Secret Santa, for some reason in my head, I'm like, oh my gosh, what if they don't like what I got them? What if they already have it? What if blah, blah, blah. With white elephant, anybody can get it and you can trade if people want it or don't like it. And like, how great a feeling is it during a white elephant when people are fighting over the gift that you brought? So like the competitive aspect of a white elephant, that's what I love. Gift giving is not my love language. It stresses me out so much. Cookies or candy canes? Cookies all the way. Cookies all the way. Candy canes are great, nostalgic, love it. However, I am the type of person, I'm like a 3-year-old. When I have to eat a sucker or a candy cane or something sticky like that, it gets all over my face, all over my hands. I cannot eat one without making a complete mess of myself. And I hate feeling sticky. I am literally like a child, always having sticky hands and a sticky face, and I can't stand it. And cookies are just so superior. Like you can have so many types of cookies and they all taste so different and wonderful, and it's great. And that's what we're doing here, is baking cookies. Well, that is all of the questions, the 10 questions. Feel free to answer any of them. I'll put the questions in the description box below in case you want to answer some of them, all of them, one of them, none of them, I don't care. And hopefully you enjoyed today's video. Let me know if you try out any of the cookie recipes, or let me know what your favorite cookies are to bake. I would love to know because I love cookies. I love baking. I love treats. I love sweet treats. I am a sweet treat gal. Feel free to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on any other holiday activities that we're doing this month, as well as any other bookish content such as reading vlogs, TBRs, wrap-ups, just bookish content in general. Would love to have you here. Would love to keep you here. Would love to hang out with you. Let's be besties, okay? And like this video if you also want to be besties with me. Sorry, that's a big ask, that's a big commitment. So if you want to be like a low-key bestie with me, well, with that being said, respect others, respect yourself, and do something amazing with your day. Thanks, bye!